So we're playing against Infant. The heal bot should be rubbish against Paladin. The Mortal Coil, on the other hand, should be pretty useful. Yeah, second to act, it's the question. I mean, he will play turn 1 nothing. We don't need the Mortal Coil. Turn 2, he will perhaps produce a token, but then we want to tap. And turn 3, we probably want to play the Drake. Hellfire would be more useful than the Mortal Coil, and we will probably also draw another one, right? Tell me about it. But Mortal Coil is in general probably a good tech choice against Paladin. I mean, it will cycle for sure, but we really don't need it till turn 3, right? I mean, even turn 3 we would not like to do it. So, Dark Bomb is definitely better, and yeah, so that's okay. I will read the chat between the games, but as I said, like, it's rather about leathering. At this stage, it's rather about leathering, which means this is not a really interactive chat today. Today I will focus on just try to achieve the best gameplay I can. And what's the goal? Yeah, we have 3 days to go, so the goal is probably to win, I don't know, 4 or 5 games from here. Okay. Yeah, and coining into Watcher is absolute nonsense against Paladin. I mean, coining into Watcher and then what, and then some Fury Protector, what's the plan? And that being said, I mean, we could have done that. What would have been? Coin into Watcher, some Fury Protector, turns 3 nothing, serve for Drake. Yeah, not really. It would have been pretty stupid. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, we tap. We tap. 5, 6, 8, yeah. We tap to make to prepare the coin into Drake. The coin into Drake is like a 4/9 Drake. He needs to play equality, but he doesn't want to play equality for a stupid 1 Drake, right? So he would like to play equality if he plays the Drake. Yeah, you will see it yourself. So what we do is we have different options here, but okay. So just talking about the Drake. The Drake is a 4/9. And he really wants to play equality, because the equality deals 8 damage -1, so equality deals 7 damage. 7 damage instead of, I don't know, 4 damage. So he really wants to play equality. But if he plays equality, he can only produce another token, so that's not good. And also against Handlock, he generally would like to rather keep it in the hand for better times. Perhaps he doesn't even have it. So there are a lot of reasons to play him now, because it's exactly... actually he is 4/8, but whatever. So that's exactly bad for him. Like, equality value is barely not enough. But what would he do otherwise against this guy? Yeah, nothing. That's the correct answer. If he plays the sword, he can barely remove it, because he has 8 health. If he plays the Peacekeeper, this will get rid of all his tokens in the future, and he won't stay mana efficient. It's even worse. Because, okay, he doesn't have equality, and it's even worse, and why I said it's even worse is because this will also soak up a lot of knives, and even if he plays Peacekeeper, we could play the Defender, make it 2/9, and then kill that with a 2/9. So that would have been also awesome. Okay. So he threw 2 knives on that guy, interesting. Yeah, but as I said, like... in Peacekeeper we would even have loved for him to play Peacekeeper, I guess, because then we can blah. But okay, so... yeah, where's the Hellfire? Taunt. Yeah, that's now a 4/6. I mean, the 4/6 can as well simply go into face, right? like dark bombing that, playing the Watcher or something like that. What about that? I mean, even if he plays the Taskmaster or however the Master is called, it's not that bad. Playing the Watcher into some Fear Protector is for sure an option, but if you do that, equality will hit ultra hard. So we should not do that. We should dark bomb that. We should play this guy here, and this simply goes face. We could attack one of these with it, but it's not worth it. Probably it is. Yeah, just to make Quartermaster much worse. Like, it's really a Quartermaster turn, so I guess, I mean, this is 4 health, but we won't win with the damage here. So there are different options, but for example, if he plays the sword, the attack absolutely don't matter, because the 4 health, like 2 of the 4 health he will get back. If he plays Leon Hands later, the 4 damage probably wouldn't matter. But it would matter a lot if he has Quartermaster now, because like if he attack this, if he plays Quarter, it's a really nice Quartermaster turn. Even now, it's still a nice Quartermaster turn. So if you just think about it, if he would have Quartermaster, it would have been so much better. It's so much better. Yeah. Okay. Lothep. Yeah, this is a little bit and means But if you play the defender attack with this, that's a 5-1. I mean, he would need to attack it for 2 damage into nothing and pop the Divine Shield. So it's pretty good, isn't it? What are the other options? I mean, silencing that, we silence Tyrion, right? Lotheping. Yeah, then he can actually breach through. I don't see any reason not to play the Defender of Argus here. I mean, there are tons of reasons why this has its purpose. Reason number 1, we utilize it for 2 minions. Reason number 2, we utilize it for 1 minion which can attack immediately. Reason number 3, we actually exactly deal 5 damage to Lothep in this way. Reason number 4, we also taunt up the Watcher. Okay, now you could say, but he has a 1-1 which he can attack this with, but this also a recruit, so he's a little bit stronger than a 1-1 because he can actually be Quartermastered. Perhaps he does even have it in the hand. And if he attacks with the shield minibot, it's also fine because we save 2 life and we actually pop his Divine Shield. So that's okay. Also keep in mind that we at the same time taunt our Watcher, which is also really important at some point. We still stay pretty much inequivalent against equality. Equality deals 7 damage minus 1, so that's also really fine. Okay, so he played Sylvanas, and yeah, the nature reaction against Sylvanas is Iron Beak Owl. That's if you just think about it, if he plays Sylvanas, he plays let's say Consecration.
So many possibilities.
Attack that. Yeah, I'm afraid that he actually gets our Sylvanas somehow. If he plays Sylvanas, is there any way that he can actually get our Sylvanas? Well, anyway, I mean, he would simply need to attack with this, and then with this, and if he's lucky, he simply gets our Sylvanas. If he's unlucky, he gets that, but then he kills our Sylvanas somewhat, and then we get the same rubbish back. So probably it's not the very best. Perhaps we should simply instead play the Owl and tap before. I don't mind tapping anyways, by the way, because it gives us more cards and more options. So probably tapping is the correct. Okay, Shadow Flame, that's okay. And I would like to silence that. Attacking shield and minibot seems reasonable. And should we taunt? I don't think so. 12 is X7. No, I don't think so. I think that's enough exposure. If he plays Consecration, it looks like that it's now nice for him to play Consecration. Keep in mind that we got Dr. Boom in our hand, so that's not bad. It's our only taunt. We don't want to use our only taunt now. We could really need him later, especially with cards like Sylvanas in their hand. Also keep in mind that turn 10 we can actually play this into this. Playing the Owl on that is pretty effective. We should do that. We really don't want to play Sylvanas and he gets Sylvanas in a lucky fashion and then we are fucked. We don't want that. Of course we could then Siphon Soul his Sylvanas, but then we stay mana inefficient. It's really not good. Yeah. Of course we could have drawn something better, but we didn't, so that's okay. But there's also not much for 2 mana, so that's okay. Whatever, we could have drawn a Zombie Joe or something, but it's so fine. 2, 4, 6, 7. We stay still with 7 cards with an 8 card to draw. So it was really important to tap anyways, because we don't have many cards in the hand. So that was really, really good that we actually drew. That was really important. So he peacekeeps our guy. I think that he peacekeeps our guy is... Oh, and he not only peacekeeps, but he attacks the 2-1. So that's good for us, for sure. 10, 12 damage, 6 to go. Good. Interesting. We do have Molten Giant Shadow Flame, so it's not, let's say, the end of the world. But let's see. So we could taunt, but there are no taunt targets. We cannot play Sylvanas into taunt 2. If we play Lothep into taunt, it's a bad taunt target. We could play Lothep. Lothep doesn't do anything. We could play Dr. Boom, but if we play Dr. Boom, we suffer 12 damage. Perhaps we go too low on life to actually keep up with the pace. Sylvanas we can play into this next turn. This we should wait until we played the Molten Giant. Siphon Soul on that guy is probably the best target we will get. The other plays are not an option. So option number 1, playing Dr. Boom, then we will get 12 to our face. We cannot play Shadow Flame and Antique Healbot, keep that in mind too. But we could play Taunt and Antique Healbot. Yeah, I'm not feeling well with that. We should probably simply go Siphon Soul. And if we Siphon Soul, the advantage is that we can play Sylvanas into Taunt next turn. Perhaps even Molten Giant. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if he attacks with both guys, yeah, but yeah, I mean, if he's doing that, it's even better, right? So now we go on 17. Let's see what happens. He's on 30, so Lay on Hands is absolutely useless. Tyrion would be nasty. We still don't have Sylvanas into Shadow Flame. Can. Hellfire, nice. Let's go through the options. What is with the Small Taunt? Small Taunt into this doesn't do anything, it's really bad. We could play Dr. Boom, 8, 10, 11. We go on 6, it's the same situation like last turn. Now we could actually play Sylvanas into Taunt. He will need to attack with 2 guys, let's say this, and then we get probably something nice. So unless he plays Mastra, then we probably whatever, then it's pari. Antique Healbot we play after Molten Giant. Molten Giant we cannot drop right away because we suffer too much damage. It's the same with Lothep or Dr. Boom. Shadow Flame and Hellfire, what could we possibly Shadow Flame? There is nothing to be Shadow Flame. We could Hellfire, what could we Hellfire? If we Hellfire, this stays 1, this stays 2, we go on 14. We could play that too. We are on 14, 8 damage, so we would go on 6. So it's the same problematic basically. Hellfire is also not really doing crazy amounts. Like, it's good, but it's not insane, right? It's like, these are not real targets and these both are also not really suitable. I guess we should, I mean, I don't like to use the taunt. But I think, I mean, we can also grab, I mean, that he played Cairn is also really good for Sylvanas, right? So if he played like this, we actually also threaten to, yeah, get really good trades. And if he plays an Owl, for example, on that guy, it's still okay-ish, because he deals 11, we go to 6, but we can play this into Shadow Flame, into Healbot. So we go to 14, even if he got an Owl, we get to 14 again. Even if he got an Owl, we get to 14 again. Oh yeah, and if he would have gone to 6, by the way, he could have played also like, whatever, True Silver Consecration, and then we also die. We don't want to die. So now, if he plays an Owl, he cannot play True Silver Consecration. He plays an Owl. He would attack with everything, but then we could play, let's say, Molten Shadow Flame, clearing the board completely, going to 14. We have the board control. So it should be, let's see. So he's actually opting in to gamble, and this is what I said. Like, if he's doing that, Sylvanas exactly kills Ken, bam bam, he has to sacrifice one token, and we get, whoa, 4 taunt, Bochuka! And he's crying, wow, wow! What the fuck was that? 4 taunt. Okay, that was good. Okay, attack Hellfire doesn't do anything. Is it some kind of Shadow Flame possibility? We could attack Shadow Flame, attack, then this guy stays for 1 or what? Okay, Dr. Boom, Shadow Flame. Okay, we could attack Shadow Flame for 1, blah 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 blah. It's not really good, right? I mean, what else? We could Shadow Flame something bigger, like we could, for example, Shadow Flame Lothep. What about that? We should probably simply go for it, like simply Shadow, look at that. I mean, if this is not, like Lothep is probably roughly that, and Shadow Flame kills that, but we also kill this and this too. So, and then this kills the small. So I think like, yeah, it's probably the best, right? It's simply like, you know, usually you would say Shadow Flame give 4/1 is better, but in this case it doesn't really do much. Like if you just take a look, like first of all with Lothep Shadow Flame we stay mana efficient. Second of all, Shadow Flaming 5 is really important if he got 2 minions with 5 health. Third of all, if he would have attacked before, Belcher stays 3/1, so it's not really a really nice Shadow Flame target, or it's not really a nice target to be Shadow Flamed. Okay. Now, because he is not doing anything, it means he has probably some kind of board clear, which means for us, we should tap every turn. There will be no turn where we don't tap, because he's actually telegraphing us that he has the board clear. So we will tap every turn, but still stay mana efficient regardless of that. Okay.
I got this.
Do we even? We don't need to. I mean, we can simply go for phrase. But we shouldn't. If he has equality.
I got this.
So what I'm saying with the mana efficiency, we for example now go for Dr. Boom. Yeah? Simply because he's mana efficient. We already tapped. So it means we combine both. Like we can actually do that. We are aware that he can actually clear the board, but it's okay because we tap every turn, which means in the long run we will simply get an advantage through that. We draw every turn, we force him to play the board clear, but then we simply put giants again and he has to board clear again. Because he cannot board clear 4 times, we should win. And that's why I put in a 10-minute delay, by the way, because like in matchups like this, I mean the match will go like 20 minutes. I'm really not interested in like thinking about, oh, could he already see my cards or stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. What I'm saying is I think I give you much better commentary like this. Okay. But what could he do? Like, he got 6 cards and probably, okay, so he still waits another turn. So we got 11-15 damage on the board. Okay. Should we even coil? So 5, 6, 7. As I said, we tap every turn. That's absolutely not the question. Like, this is something we definitely do. And now we can actually decide to actually coil that. And we should coil that because we stay more mana efficient like that. On the other hand, it's also a spell which we could use otherwise. The alternate would be to attack with a bomb.
So many possibilities.
1 damage or using that. By the way, besides that, we will probably not do anything. We won't play the anti-killbot because we want to play these right away. So this means, besides doing that, we will do nothing. Can we draw something which we would like to play? I cannot really see that we would like to draw something we would like to play. But we can probably mortal coil it. I think mortal coiling that is probably... let's think about it again. we should really not. Yeah, probably it's correct. Yeah, probably it's correct because we also draw a card, but we won't play this card anyways. There's board clear to come, so it's likely, right, that he will board clear. After playing this, it's really likely, like Equality Consecration or Pyro Equality. It's really likely. And if he doesn't do it, I mean, he can also do like Mind Control Tech, Consecration, BGH, for example. That's also a possibility. Then the Drake would be better. But I think in average he won't. Like in average he will probably play Equality here. It's not even said that he got BGH. In the current environment, it's probably stupid to play BGH. Nobody plays Handlock, so I'm not even sure whether he. I mean, in my Paladin, like I don't run BGH in my Paladin, like because the environment really doesn't call for that at all.
Let me think.
Okay, so that was 15 damage, and depending on what. Okay, so yeah, okay, so it's the BGH. So indeed, no equality, yeah. Okay. Yeah, whatever, like happens. Yeah. It happens. Now the Drake would have been better, but I cannot foresee the future. Do we have Lisa? This attacks this. This attacks this. Hellfire. No, we don't have Lisa. Or can be. I'm not sure. It was good, right? 6-10, yeah, perhaps we have lethal, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't see it, so I don't, I don't know. Yeah, I think we can simply go for the obvious, but I was just wondering, like, about the lethal option. So, what's the lethal option? Would we have some? I saw that we could Hellfire, so we could Hellfire, this attacks face, he goes to 6, he goes to 5, and we can Hellfire again, so he goes to 2, but I think he was at 2, so this is probably better. If we Hellfire, we could have Hellfired once, so he goes to 5. And we play these, but he still got equality, so why should we? I don't see why we should. I mean, he still got equality, so actually putting stuff on the board which is exactly enough to force him to play equality again should be exactly what we should do. So actually exactly that. And if he doesn't play here, okay. And he doesn't bring us to 6. Which is also good, because then we can kill with double Hellfire. Okay, that was good. 16! Top 16. Okay, should we play him again? We saw BGH in his Paladin, so that doesn't make the matchup good for us.